So what about Tubby's and his mixing facility? When did that build?
Well, Tubby's mixing facility, that was after I went to Canada now.
Okay, go ahead and you can talk about Canada first.
I went to Canada in 1970, right? I decided to go and, search for greener pastures. But I don't think the comfort was there. The greener pastures would probably be there, but the work ethics was too hard for me. I didn't like working so hard at all, you know what I mean? Because in Jamaica, I never worked so hard. I used to just work off on my own, because I never used to work with nobody like get paid for working,
Clock in, clock out.
Yeah, never used to do that. So that was too hectic for me. And when I just went there, I didn't have a drive, a car and things, and the place was cool. So stand up out at the bus stop and take the bus or the train. Sometimes you touch your nose and you feel like you don't have any nose, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the time cool.
And Johnny Osborne was already there?
Yes, Bumpy was there. Mm-hmm. And a lot of my friends them was there.
So how long were you in Canada?
About 6 years.
Okay. Mm. And coming back and forth at all?
Well, I came back once. I came back twice I came back before I come home permanent. I came back in 1974. I came back again in 1976. Somewhere around there, 74 and a little bit after 75, and then I came home for good in 76.
So when you were away, King Tubby's had built the studio?
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes. I think it's the same year I went away and built the studio. Because then we started corresponding now, because him kind of missed me. Because I was him like a second right hand, because I was doing like a thing for him, So him started corresponding with me now and thing, you know what I mean? And him say, him asked me if I ever think of coming home back. So I say, yes, but not right now. Until one day now, I was building a studio for a man, wiring up the studio for a guy that Bunny Lee knows. So, Jerry and Ozzy. So I was there wiring up, and I hear some talking around the front. When they came in the studio, it was Bunny Lee and Robbie Shakespeare. They said, "We Jammy, I say the man and Bunny Lee, give it to me the day I tell you." I say, "Ooh, come back to Jamaica, man. You don't do nothing else, man." Why, Tubby's why you come run the studio, man, because the engineer will leave. That was Philip Smart going to leave. So I said, all right, I'm going to consider it and come home if anything. So 1976, I think it was December 1975, I came home. I don't quite remember if it's January 76 or December, but I know I came home. And Tubby's welcome me, man. Everybody glad to see me. So, by this time, Philip Smart went to America, migrated to America. So Pat Kelly was like a standby engineer down there. So I came and I took over from Pat Kelly and worked there with Striker Lee for a long time, man. Every night, every day. Striker. I'd work with Striker in the night, cut up in the day. And if anybody come to hide the studio for mixing or voicing, it's me that again.
What would you say were the biggest lessons you learned from King Tubby?
Well, I tell you the truth, King Tubby just put the icing on the cake for me, because I was a quick learner, because it's something that I love. Anything for the electronics and music, I love it. So I always learn by myself first, and then know, little technical things that I didn't understand. I learned that from Tubby's.
He must have had he seemed, every picture of him and everything I've ever heard about him, he seemed like he was very meticulous and disciplined and had a way about him that was stood apart.
Yeah, he was a quiet guy, It's the only time you hear him is when me and him, or any good friend of mine meet, him express himself and we talk loud and things like that. But Tubby's was a quiet, Him always into him work, trying to create new things,
So when work back in Jamaica now, and you're working at the studio, what were the first things that were the first projects you worked on that really kind of started to kick off, and you saw like this is a very
well, it was
moment.
those days. Bonnie used to go to England like 2-3 times for the year. So whenever I was going to England, well, I need to mix a lot of songs, dub albums and everything, you know. Them time used to carry them heavy 2-track with a metal case, you know. And there's 2 suitcases of tape and full up. I go England with. So we have to work late at night. And if the work not going on the day, we work again in the days. Mixing and voicing, you know, Johnny Clark. And, well, I'm going to give a history about Bunny, you know. One night, you know, we went for a little DJ just in the neighboring community there to do a song for him. I DJing him Ochi. So while Ochi was doing the song, I was the engineer taking the song, but Ochi wasn't doing it right. So I tried to illustrate to him now how to do it, you know, by just saying the line for him in the melody. And Bunley was there, so Bunley, I said, all right, Bunley, take it by the tape and make play it back and make him hear it. So I went in the voicing room, I was doing the tune, man. It was Del Harrison tune. What's the name of the tune? I don't remember the name of the song, but it's Del Harrison, I can't remember Del Harrison. And when I did the little part there for demonstrating for Ochi, Shaka said, but Jammy, you're bad DJ, we don't want to watch you do this again, it's gone, man. And we mix it. And it was all, it came out, you know, in England.
So what name was on the label?
Prince Jammy, because I was Prince Jammy at that time.
As the MC.
Yeah, Prince Jammy. I was Prince Jammy at the time. You know, because Tubbies was here, King Tubbies. That was the Prince. Bun Lee gave me the name, you know.
He gave you the name at that time?
He gave me every name, the King name, the Prince name, everything.
That's great, man.
Him name scientist, him name professor, him name Bobby Digital, him name the whole of them.
Well, let me hear you say, Mount